Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning. Welcome to Honey Friday's Jadian channel. It's quite a long time that I didn't talk to myself, talk to a camera, talk to my phone. But yeah, cut story short, today I'm going to talk about the experience of raising a 250cc motorcycle R25, Yamaha YZF R25. Okay, I'm gonna talk about the 2.5 years of experience. So the bike there's nothing serious occurring to my bike. So there's no breakdown and stuff like that. I bought it in 2019, December 2019. You can consider it 2020 lah. For 2 years I've used the bike. It's quite good. I use the bike for daily use. Now the daily use is around 55 kilometers per day. Go and back from my office is 55 kilometers. For 2 years of experience, people would like to know the first thing, the maintenance. But I'll start with insurance and road tax. The road tax for the bike costs 50 ringgit, and the insurance that covers the bike, the first year I spent 780 ringgit to cover 15,000 of coverage for that bike. And the second year, which is this year, I've spent around 550 ringgit. That covers 12,500. So 500 is still moderate. It's not say too expensive. It is expensive for the marhain like me. 500. So it's still affordable because I'm working. If I'm not working, I cannot take care of the bike. I cannot renew the road tax. Okay, so that's the first one. So this year is 550 ringgit. Okay, let's talk about maintenance. Let's start with tires. 2 years of use, I've changed the rear and front tires 2 times. The first one, which is the standard one, I used for around 1 year. And for the front tire, I used for almost 2 years. And then I just changed it last week. So let's say the front tire, let's say the real price that I use for my tires, for my price, please do not judge, okay? I did not spend a lot of money for my bike. The front tire is 130 ringgit. I took a 2-year-old tire. It's 2 years back kind of tire, 2019 I think. The price of the tire is 130 ringgit, siap pasang punya. So it's I'm not sure what brand is it. Is this Chokia brand lah? You use Chokia brand if you go to work. And I use the bike to go to work every single day. So I do not use to show off with Pirelli or stuff like that. No. The rear tire, I've changed it last year. July, I think. July last year or August last year. For 250 ringgit is a Metzeler. That one I remember, it's a Metzeler. So 250 ringgit plus with 130 ringgit. How much is that? 380 ringgit. Maybe 400. So that's the minimum price for a set of tire for R25. And I tell you 400 is Chokia brand punya. No, I'm not saying Metzeler is Chokia. I mean the front tire. I'm not sure what brand is it. But still Metzeler not many people use. People use Pirelli for showing off or saying that they have money to buy expensive tires. You can buy Pirelli. The rear tires only is already 380 ringgit. 380 ringgit. That's a size 180, 190, 160 lah punya size. I use standard lah. Let's just talk about standard size. 110 for the front, 160 for the rear. So Pirelli 110 how much? That one I'm not sure. You can just check. I think 200. And the rear tires for Pirelli 160 punya size, I think it's around 300. So stand by 500 to 600 if you want to change to Pirelli. I did not use Pirelli. I use Chokia brand. One is engine oil. It's a 1.8 liter engine. So 2-liter bottle should be enough. 2 bottles. 1 bottle I spent around 50 ringgit from Shopee. So I bought 2 with postage around 108 ringgit. Sometimes got free shipping. So 100 ringgit, just say 100 ringgit. I bought the filter, the oil engine filter, right? That one I bought for around 25 ringgit from Shopee. The shop says original, so just follow the description of the shop. And so the total price for an oil change is 125 ringgit, 130 ringgit, because I did not go to any shop to change my engine oil. I changed my engine oil myself. My friend taught me how to change the engine oil. I thank him. He will be my guru for the rest of my life. He changed my sprocket and chain set. I bought from Shopee again. The Regina brand. I think Regina brand is quite good, and the shop says it's original. The price for one set of sprocket and chain Regina for R25 is a rivet type of chain, is 190 ringgit. I bought it from Shopee. Maybe they have promotion, I'm not sure. But chain set, you cannot go to any type of shop. You cannot change the chain set at the kapchai shop if you're planning to use rivet lah. The clip one you can go to kapchai or any kind of motorcycle punya shop boleh kan. But because you use rivet, you need to find some shops, specifically big bike shops, for them to put the new chain set on. So I go to GC An, which is in Kuala Selangor. The distance from my house to Kuala Selangor is around 38 to 40 kilometers. I did spend quite some time to go there, and the price for the labor charge is 50 ringgit. So how much is that? Bear in mind that this is Chokia punya. I'm not saying that Regina is Chokia. I'm just saying that there are some more expensive spare part. So I love Regina because dandan nak puji Regina. No, I love Regina because it's a good brand. If you look at some motorcycle pun, dia ada tampal sticker. They got stickers of Regina. So if you put stickers on your big bike, it means that you are saying that Regina is good, right? And in terms of accessory, same body slider, same the tail tidy thing, yeah, same. For the exhaust, I did change for stock exhaust because I said, oh my god, there's ants on the ground. I said that I use the bike for daily use, going to work every day. So I need to use stock exhaust, because if I use the same route every day, and obviously the police will wait for me somehow or somewhere. They will wait for me or somewhere in my route of going to work lah kan. Perjalanan pergi kerja tu mesti ada polis tunggu punya. So I changed to stock exhaust before I got saman. Now I'm okay with it. If you are planning to use what we call a racing exhaust doesn't cost you much. Yeah, you need to spend around 700 ringgit, to buy the piping and the muffler and stuff. But if you are alone and you use that bike, it's not that fun. I like to use racing exhaust when I'm with my friends. You are not the only one who's making noise. Bear in mind that two cylinder type of motorcycle, their racing exhaust is quite loud, and the sound is quite quite annoying to my ears lah. That one. Kalau 4 inline or 3 inline macam MT-09 kan, dia punya sound tu smooth. Even though it's a racing exhaust, it sounds smooth. Like that. 4 inline, very smooth. I love it. Okay, any other things that I would like to discuss? I'm not sure, because there's not much that happened to the bike. The top is still the same. The top is still the same. I can still get 172. That's my personal record. 172 kilometers per hour, and I haven't touched my maximum speed of the motorcycle for quite a long time, because I just use it for work. So the good speed that I use, the speed that I usually use going to work is around 140 or 150. Can still get 150. That's for sure lah. I can still get 150 kilometers per hour, easy. 170 dah lama haven't touched that speed. 180 is the claim top speed lah, but I'm not that brave to touch that speed. So where am I right now? Looks like I'm outdoor. I am at Ban Canal. This is Ban Canal, Sungai Ban Canal lah. Nampak dah tulis kat situ, boleh nampak ke? Kawasan pengairan Pasir Panjang Tap 1. Ya, Pasir Panjang. So I'm fishing. Why am I fishing? Yeah, this is what I like to discuss. Also, when you have a 250cc motorcycle, or rather big bike, and actually you are just a marahin that loves big bikes, that you want to use them, so all I can advise you is find another hobby that doesn't cost you a lot of money. You cannot ride your bike 24/7 per day. The more you use the bike, the more maintenance that you have to do. So I just use my bike for work. Sometimes if I want to go somewhere far and my wife is not coming, my family is not coming, so I can go with my bike sometimes, which doesn't occur monthly. Kadang-kadang 5 bulan pun tak pergi mana-mana kan. So I need to find another hobby that doesn't use a lot of money, which is fishing. Doesn't cost me much. It's still 300 to 400 lah habis lah. 300 to 400 lah dah habis. But it's not that expensive. It's still affordable. So nothing else that I would like to discuss. Just remember that if you are planning to take on a 250cc motorcycle from a kapchai, bear in mind that the kapchai maintenance costs a lot lower than an R25 motorcycle, or generally 250cc bike. It costs very different. Rear tire costs much cheaper for the kapchai than a big bike. It's very different, I do feel the difference because I upgraded for a kapchai. So the difference is there, from 100 ringgit to 200 ringgit, from 70 ringgit to 110 ringgit, from 1 bottle engine oil to 2 bottle, and 2 bottle you cannot play one. You cannot buy the cheap one. You have to buy the expensive one. Not say the must expensive, but fully synthetic is a must lah for the bike. It's a must. Unless that bike you buy second hand, you just want to use for showing off, you tak nak jalan mana-mana jauh pun, then never mind. You can use the normal oil engine. Okay, bear in mind, upgrading from a kapchai to a 250 is very different in terms of cost and maintenance. And 250 will be cheaper if you upgrade it to a higher cc, 600cc, and that 600cc will cost differently, much cheaper to a 1000cc. Memanglah saya dulu pernah keluarkan kenyataan menyatakan, I said that 250 is just like a big bike, the maintenance. No bro, the 4 things that I talk about, what is it just now? The insurance and road tax, mine is 500. You ask for MT-07 how much, you look at the YouTube channel kawan-kawan semua buat kan. MT-07 cost around 1,800 for a new one, 1,800 for the bike, kalau you want yang bagus lah. I did have some friends yang guna MT-07. Dia claim mengatakan dia renew road tax around 700, 800. I don't know how much lah dia cover kan. 700, 800. But this one I confirm with my friend, who used ZX6R in Melaka. He said 1,100 or 1,300, you know, renew the road tax and insurance. Still expensive if you compare with R25. R25 tire is 160 rear lah. Rear tire, back tire 160. Not the price, the size. For a bigger bike, 190 is usually that size lah, 180, 190. That one if you buy chokia, you buy big bike usually for fun lah kan, for cornering. You are not going to use that bike for daily use. Some people may use it for daily use if their office is far like me. So that one, if you fun bike you use Pirelli, that one will cost 1,500 for the tire itself. The tire, the front and the rear and the front tire, 1,500. Crazy wah. Crazy, you know. The leap of cost, the leap of expensiveness in this world of sport bike is different. Okay, so that's all for today. Sorry that I'm a baby to you all, and I just, you know, want to make things fun for my channel. I want to talk in English. Not from now on. Sometimes in the video, if I feel want to speak in English, I'll speak in English, just like this. If there's any question, you can put it in the comments, and if say I have the time, I'll reply. So this is just a fun thing that I do in life. Maybe this is another hobby that I didn't use a lot of money, because I just use my phone camera, and I don't have a GoPro, but I do have an ikan apa tah nama sport cam tu. It's cheap lah.